Hey, guys, welcome to the show. Sorry, the music was a little bit low. Great. I hope everybody had a great Valentine's Day. I am joined here by CIA. Hello, CIA.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Ooh, wait, it's a hard day, but you know what? Taking a day off today,
Yeah,
so good, like mentally.
absolutely.
I'm thinking of doing Ticker Tuesdays or Ticker Thursday. And that's it is kind of cool. He gets to keep half the revenue. I get a day off here and there. I get to protect my slot. I think that was that's a smart move. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to break it up.
Yeah,
It's
something
Marcelo's
different.
strategy. Get
Yeah, the
another host.
Marcelo strategy. I love, I'm being, I inspire and I'm being inspired. Gotta get people to run your streams for you. But you know what? Like everyone who was on that panel
Yeah,
earlier today, they all messaged me and said, "How the hell do you do it for 8 hours? It's so hard because you always have to be topic performing at 100% capacity from time to time."
yeah, absolutely.
But, but yeah, man, listen, long time, man. We haven't spoken in so long, so
And
long,
yeah, just text, man.
dude. I
And
I don't
crazy.
remember even what was in your collection. I know you had the Batman or the Batgirl,
Yep, Batgirl. And
the
then I got
Batgirl,
the Sermit.
the
I gave
Sermit.
I gave that to my dad.
You give
Uh,
sermon to your dad? That's so fucking cool.
yeah, I mean, I love the Batgirl. I really don't need at least
Mm,
another Rolex. I'm pretty content with that. Um,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was it for watches. Uh, then we got into fragrances.
Yo, you went crazy. What the hell? Dude, didn't
Yeah,
you spent like 5,000 in fragrances?
yeah,
Fucking
that
madness.
was really stupid, but a lot of fun.
Man, fragrances, they're really cool. Fragrances are really cool. If you buy the right fragrances, the good thing that you did is you reached out and I give you a little bit
Oh
of
yeah, you helped a
advice.
lot. You helped a lot.
The ones you bought, they hold their value, easy to flick if you need to get out. Like I'm actually thinking of getting out of quite a few. I want to consolidate. I realized I'm a hoarder. I don't
Yeah,
want to end up old, surrounded by mountain of garbage. I just want two things, like
yeah.
maybe like four fragrances. I think right, like four fragrances is all that a man technically needs.
Oh yeah,
Like two, one for cold, one for hot, and then like one for night and one for day.
yeah. There you go.
Bondage.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
Bondage, welcome to the show. Me and
Hey,
CA were
bondage.
just talking about fragrances a little bit, but let's talk wrist watches.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm sorry. My son wanted me to come on, and
Mm,
he really enjoys being on your stream. So I appreciate your hospitality, Tim, as
hey,
always.
hey, we love to help a young man get into the hobby, and and actually maybe learn a thing or two about doing YouTube and streams, and just you know, you never know. I mean, I think YouTube is just this thing is so incredible. And if you do it for long enough, it's like any other skill in life. It could
Yeah,
be extremely fun, and I think he could do great things. So,
I'm a dinosaur, Tim. I'm the last. I'm the last of white male privilege where you can actually make money from it. I'm a
yeah,
dinosaur.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's not. I agree. He has to learn a different way in the world. So
Mm. And you know what? The world could be this thing. This could be the future.
Oh
Hello,
god.
Cameron.
Yo, what's good?
all right.
Hey, let
So
me.
Evan, would you like to talk? Would you like to come take over for your old man? Because I suck. They don't like talking to me. I'm an old fogey.
We love. Well, I think we're just a little bit jealous of your collection there. You got
My
a quite
collection is
a.
not nearly as great as some of Archie's patrons. He has some really heavy hitters on there. So
Oh yeah. He's there's some people, but I think about that, right? And like I have a lot of this stuff behind me, just junk, and I'm thinking, the more less sometimes is more.
I agree.
How many pieces do you have?
I have probably about 10, 11.
Okay, 10, 11. That's not totally out of control.
No,
Okay.
I mean, what's been out of control is my journey, is because I've owned so many fantastic watches, and
Mm,
it's helped me understand which ones I really love.
yeah.
And and I've been very fortunate to be able to do that. But yeah, it's not out of control. But I really would, for the sake of the young man here, I really would love to just like, well, he needs to inherit them. But like, I seriously, I could be happy with. I mean, I'll be honest.
The
I know it's
question.
stupid, but you know what watch I grab more than any other every day? My humble Rolex 16710. It just works
Pepsi.
every goddamn day.
Bondage. Over the time that you've been collecting, have you gotten like most of your items from the AD or
I've done both. It depends on what I'm buying. I did unfortunately succumb to the AD game a little bit, and I had the buy history, and I was getting Rolexes at retail, but it kind of hit me one day. Like, I just don't love. Don't get me wrong. I like Rolex.
yeah?
It's absolutely one of the best everyday wearable brands by far, but it's not worth all of the. It's not worth what they're going for now, and it's not worth all of the rigmarole with the AD. And I realized, like, why am I playing this game? I mean, for what? I mean, for something that 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I could go in there and just go buy. It didn't.
Mm.
It rubbed me a little bit wrong, and
You're a sensible man.
yeah.
Let me
Hopefully
ask
one
you
day.
something.
I'll be honest. I am a big fan. I used to. It took me a while to get there, but now that again, it's like you age and you start liking Biddo honey whenever it used to totally suck as a Halloween treat. I like 5-digit. I think 5-digit Rolex is amazing. 5-digit Rolex is the pinnacle of Rolex. It was back when it was still Rolex. So,
Yeah.
Diego,
Yeah.
you're right. Sorry. Hey, Tim, by the way, you could tell me to shut up. I'm not trying to take over your stream. I'm a
No, no,
humble
no,
man.
no, no. I think, listen, people hear me
No,
talk enough. I'm just trying to stay as quiet as I can, and and let people hear someone else
yeah.
other than me.
So what would you
I
say,
am wearing the
Bondage?
Parmigiani. I am wearing the Parmigiani tonight. So.
You know
Would
what?
you say that modern day Rolex has shifted to more elitism than, your average man kind of watch?
Well, back even as late as the early 2000s. So I am a veteran,
Mhm.
and so even as late as the early. Don't get me wrong, a Rolex was always an expensive watch, but even as the early 2000s, let's say you're a serviceman, you could save up and go buy a Rolex.
Right.
And I think that kind of made it a little bit special. Like, you could save up, you could aspire to it, you could, like, maybe you didn't get exactly what you wanted, but you could go buy a Datejust, you could go buy a Submariner, you could go buy a GMT, and I think that made it kind of cool. And now that, like, basically, you know, I'm sorry, it's not as cool anymore. Really, it's not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love Rolex, outstanding brand, outstanding watch, but to me, it's not cool that, like, you're a serviceman. You can't save up for 6, 7 years and go buy a Rolex anymore. I don't
Right.
think that's cool, man. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Nub
Sure.
Gunner, right? He's been
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to get the watch, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
They won't
What?
help him. I mean,
They won't
like,
help him?
yeah,
What's Nub
no,
Gunner's story?
didn't help.
They won't help a fucking veteran? Are you serious?
Yeah, what's Nub Gunner's story? Because I will freaking help Nub Gunner get his Rolex.
Yeah.
Man, these
Oh,
people are
he can he
sick.
can he can hop on the stream, but he just yesterday he made a trade. He traded up. He at least, as a veteran, he has a few friends who helped him on the gray market, who help him out to get some pieces. So he got the Speedy at retail, and he
Okay.
got Explorer 2 Polar Dial, the similar to the one I have. And like yesterday, or maybe he just messaged me today that he traded those two in and got the Sea Dweller 4000.
Okay, so well, that's investor grade right there.
That's investigate. I told him not to do it because it's like I want, because when he had the Explorer 2, I wanted him to wear it, enjoy it, go through the journey. But now he has this piece that's a little bit more special. That, like you
Yeah.
said, I mean, this is the kind of watch you want to look out after. By the way, Half on
Oh
Smash,
wait, hold
$2
on.
super chat.
I had to put Evan on. I got a phone
Yeah,
call. Sorry.
sure.
Evan, get on, please. Take
Half
over
on
for me. I gotta
Smash,
go.
$2, 6K Valentine's gift, and Cam's on the live stream. What the f?
Oh yeah.
How do you explain that, Cam? Do you still
By the
have the
way,
6K Valentine's
we
gift?
we had a beautiful dinner, beautiful sex. She enjoyed the watch. She loved it. Um,
What the fuck?
she was very grateful and stuff. So
Got
thanks
too
to
much
my
information.
checking account.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some stuff like Cameron, boundaries. Unbelievable, Diego. Oh, Evan.
Yo, what's up, Tim?
Listen, I like at the same time I'm so happy for you, and at the same time I'm a little bit worried, right?
Okay.
Because I mean, the more I do this hobby, the more I start to understand that like the watches, it's more about the journey and the people you meet through collecting watches than the final product. The final product. Paul Thorpe, watch dealer. Hey Tim, up at 3 a.m. My nephew at the AJ Chronos has been robbed. FFS, this business is so dangerous.
Whoa.
More
Jesus.
info in the morning. I'm driving over. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
Holy.
It's horrible.
Listen, I'm going to actually I didn't want to talk about this, but now that
Jeez, man.
all mentioned this, I was actually I'm gonna have guys. I'm gonna have hold on, because he gave me the name that I should be using instead of his real name. A second. I'm gonna have Robert on tomorrow to talk about being robbed. Okay. This is the gentleman that told the story of the, I believe, Daytona. I haven't had the chance to watch the video yet, but I'm gonna watch it. And we're gonna talk about. I mean, there's actually like there's. I don't want. I don't know full details. Hey, Birmingham,
What's up?
look at this.
Burbs.
A
Tell
friend
me.
of Paul, a business, a watch business, was robbed.
It's his nephew.
Is this the video?
Yeah.
Wait,
His
is this the
nephew,
video that he has posted
AJ
on
Chronos.
his channel? I saw one recently about someone
No,
getting
it's a
one robbed.
different
This is
one.
someone else.
Yeah, this is well,
Yeah.
my nephew at AJ Chronos has been robbed.
I think this happens right
Chrono.
now.
Yeah, this just happened.
Oh,
So there's no video. He's gonna give more details tomorrow.
yeah. That's unfortunate.
This is day after, because yesterday, I'm gonna have Robert on. He's one of the persons who was robbed publicly of his watch. And he's gonna come on and talk about, well, how it happened, and maybe the precautions we could take. But basically, he said it happened so quick that it was done professionally. Do you understand? That's how
What, this
crazy it is.
situation?
Well, there's the video that he has up that I saw earlier today. I can't remember when he posted it, but the guy was
Yeah.
walking. He had a Daytona on, and the person came
Yeah.
up, grabbed like right below his wrist, and it like
Yeah.
popped off like right away. So it was just like a
Wow.
really quick strong arm robbery basically. But
Wow.
they're able to get it off. He suspected it might have even been like a spring bar that broke the way he
Jeez.
described it coming off. But
Maybe
Birmingham, let me ask you this. What should one do? I want your opinion. What should one do if they find themselves in this situation like AJ Chrono? What should they do?
Well, I
Well-
think this is
Go to the police.
yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate, seeing the videos of Paul walking around London. It's like he doesn't wear a watch because it's so rampant,
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the unfortunate thing about, not to get too political, but they don't have the ability to defend themselves over there. So
Yeah.
of
Me,
course
I'm
you've
masking out,
created.
bouncing out with
What?
stick, and
Listen,
trying to
I
find
mean,
whoever looks like that person. I'm
No,
going in.
No, don't do that. I mean, if they got you, I mean, if they got you beat, right? They're armed or something like that, demanding your.
Look,
It's not
Birmingham,
worth
I
it,
don't
right?
care.
It's
I
not
don't
worth
care
it.
if I find them in a fucking Walmart. There's gonna be 15 cops outside looking for me. I'm getting those watches back.
I mean, it's not worth dying for a watch, Cameron, because some
I'm gonna be
like
on CNN if somebody robbed me for
But
my
not all
watch.
places would allow. So there's this saying, right, about like the use of force, right? And
Yeah.
in a lot of modern Western countries, there's a lot of regulations on when it's permissible to use force against another person. And so there's probably going to be places and countries, right? So this isn't legal advice, right? Check check with an attorney where you live. But a lot of places, using force against someone else is only when it's legally necessary or when it's going to be reasonable. And so if you see someone out in public and you're like, oh, I think that's the person that did something to me, a lot of places don't allow, it's not permissible for you to use force in that situation, right? It's not to forgive what they did, but it's like then essentially it's like you both broke the law and you could both get in trouble for it. So
I mean, it's not illegal as long as you don't get caught.
no, it's still
Listen.
illegal. You just haven't been caught yet. And in today's day and age where there's more and more video surveillance,
yeah.
the likelihood of you getting caught, you would hope would go up. But yeah, it's always weird seeing, Paul Thorpe walking around London. It's like, oh, don't have anything on today. It's like, because you can't. It's like that's messed up. That's messed up right
Yeah.
there.
That is pretty messed
Yeah.
up.
Jeez. By the way, Evan, if you ever want to chime in on this grim subject, let me know.
It's a dangerous game to
Yep.
where, and
I mean-
it's I don't know. I feel really bad for Paul because it's hard to hear about because it does happen a lot.
But it happens a lot less in the United States because in a lot of places, almost 10% of people have guns on them legally. So, for robbers to, think that, that they're going to go up and strong arm rob, and rob someone. It's like, well, if there's, 5%, 10% chance that person has a gun, you don't see that nearly as often in most of the areas that people are allowed to
Maybe in
carry
New
a
York,
weapon
like
and
10.
that are allowed to defend themselves.
Tell got a strong army for your watch when I come to New York. That's just a thing to do since you can't carry.
New York is extremely dangerous, especially with the subways. You never want to get in trouble because there was a guy. He was getting robbed for his phone, and when he resisted, they just pushed him under the train. So, man, New York. This is it's
Jesus.
yeah. I mean, the robber, obviously, he's gonna be very selective about his targets. He's not gonna go in head first for any target.
But in places like the UK, you hear about gun violence in the States, but we don't have like home invasion robberies, right? And other places where weapons are strictly regulated or they're prohibited, they oftentimes you'll see a lot of people that will even just have home invasion robberies where they know that you're not armed with a gun. So it's like people follow you home and then break into your house, whether you're there or not, and steal from you. So, unfortunately there's bad actors out there that are willing to take advantage of people.
Listen, I mean, this hobby is these watches. They're going for crazy amounts. I mean, it is ludicrous. I mean, these things are so expensive that it's worth creating like a network, right? Like a full-on watch stealing mafia with all kinds of things. I mean, look at this. The Diego says that, Tim, you can pop the new Rolex clasp by lifting the back of the clasp, bypassing the flip lock. How? I don't get it. Here? Where do
You
you
said
lift?
you have to use a lot of force.
So if you use a lot of force. Jeez. So maybe see, like these
Rolex.
guys, they trained the.
And you see the videos of like the scooter, like people that are
Mm.
coming up, like two people on a scooter in London,
Very quick.
like hopping right off, like onto the sidewalk, putting a knife up to someone's, armpit or their throat.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, give me your watch. It's like, yeah, if you find yourself in that situation,
Yeah.
Cameron, I'm going to tell you, it's not worth your life. You just hand it over to them, and hopefully, if it's something that
You can get another watch, even if you lose one.
get insurance.
You
Get
can't
insurance
get
on
another
it.
life.
Yeah.
But what about my dignity and my ego in front of my girlfriend? I have to kill the guy.
You
Come
know
on
what?
now.
No.
I'm
Sometimes,
not gonna get. I'm not gonna get any pussy that night.
No. You
sometimes
just, as long as you don't freak out and wet yourself, you stay calm. She'll be like, all right.
listen. Sometimes your dignity. That's the thing. People are too concerned with this whole dignity stuff. Just everybody needs to chill.
Ego.
Yeah, just calm down. Just calm your ego. No, not everyone has to be the biggest swinging dick. Just calm down. Everybody.
I do like some of Paul's activism on the issue of Rolex having the lost and stolen registry available to the public. Like there's, this does kind of go into arguments why that should be accessible.
He's been pushing that for a while.
Yeah, and there's two sides of it, and I do understand like Rolex not wanting to get involved in civil matters, especially when some of these watches they get bought and sold. There's no box, no papers on it. Gets bought and sold. 3 years later, someone sends it into service, and Rolex is like, "Hey, this is reported stolen." And it's like, "Well, I bought it from." You know what I mean? Like from this jeweler.
I mean,
like,
the
why,
problem is how ridiculously expensive this stuff is. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's why you keep them in safe deposit boxes, Tim. You don't wear them.
Don't have this problem with Tudor.
Finches.
That's true.
UK knife crimes off the scale. People been getting robbed for Rolex since the 70s and 80s.
Government can't protect you guys. Your government
Pride
can't protect you.
kills fellas.
Is Paul gonna hop on?
No. He's driving to his friend's business right now. It's
Oh.
3 a.m.
Damn. Yeah, that's a must.
But we'll probably talk about this tomorrow on tomorrow's live stream.
I wonder if it's
Mark,
illegal to walk around with a bottle of acid on you, just in case somebody tries to attack you in London.
You can have mace or a rape whistle for you.
I mean,
go really
I don't
great
think
with the 31 Explorer.
I don't think mace or
Professional.
a rape whistle would be effective. I think a bottle of good acid would work
I don't know.
to deter a thief.
You might get it on yourself too. That just seems like an accident waiting to happen.
Evan,
Oh yeah,
Evan,
that's true.
Yo, what's up?
how's your ego? Has it been going out of control?
No,
Or are you pretty good at controlling it?
Not yet. I'm good at controlling it. So
That's good to hear.
yeah.
Because watches do that to people. Sometimes you put on the watch and you say, "Fuck, that looks good." And
Not yet. I just enjoy them.
very cool, very cool. You have a different kind of appreciation for it, not
Yeah.
this warped reality that Cameron lives in. Bravado of youth. Autopsy tables are cold. Damn, Cameron. Never mind the ego, Cameron. Yeah.
I think Cameron's just kidding. Hopefully.
I
Oh,
hope so. I
Cameron's
hope
young.
he's just a
Cameron's
character.
young. Cameron's young and reckless.
Mm,
That's what she said.
I don't think so. But I hear a lot of people say insurance. Insurance, however, that's another problem.
Doesn't help you from getting beat up.
Well, I mean, it does, because if you have insurance, you're less likely to defend the watch, right?
Oh yeah.
If you know you have insurance, then you'll be like, oh yeah. The problem is like super sentimental pieces that are irreplaceable. That's why what I said yesterday, that this is why it's so good that Evan, that piece that his dad has, that Seamaster, it's beautiful, classic, but it's not so freaking impossibly valuable that people will try to kill you for it.
So this is one of the reasons why I don't advocate wristwatches as being investments.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
It's
The
my
amount of
dad's
risk.
Seamaster. This is his watch.
Beautiful.
That's the one.
It is beautiful.
First ever watch he got.
See, you're very lucky that that's the piece that he got, because now, with these news, this is what I'm thinking. Like, you can wear your dad's watch, and nobody's gonna try to fight with you.
Yeah. No. Seamasters are good and all, but they're not rob someone over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The value is in in the memories that it carries, and not the hype, the fact
Yeah.
that Anthony Farah or John Mayer wore it, or some other fighter. This
Yeah.
is the watch that
Again,
belonged to your dad.
yeah,
And
but, I mean, the big things though, there's, I mean, a lot that you can do for like prevention, and where there's people that will wear like a really nice piece
Hmm.
for a night out on the town where they're getting
Yeah.
trashed. It's like, no, you know what I mean? Like, the likelihood of something happening to you is going to be substantially higher, right?
Hmm.
Jewelry stores are, they do become targets for thieves, and at least the Rolex 80s that I visit, they're near me. I mean, they have
Mhm.
armed security there. They
Mm.
have armed gunmen at the entrances of the store just
Yeah.
for this very reason, right? To act as a deterrent, and then if something happens, they're in a position that legally they would be able to, to act or shoot a would-be robber, and they'd be
Yeah.
completely justified, at least in the United States,
Mm.
to act in that way. And so that type of thing tends to happen less. And then at the end of the night, they're taking all these expensive pieces, they're putting them back in the safe, that's beefed up with good security to limit some of this happening.
Lolex asking you. He asked this before, but what is the best self-defense weapon for civilians, Burb?
He
Depends
wants
on
to
the person.
know.
For Cameron, it's a rape whistle. 'Cause you can't
The
just
only thing that he can
No,
trust
it-
us with.
go. You can't go.
Rolex,
gung
the
ho.
best weapon that you can ever have is a Glock with a switch on it.
He wants other than a
Yeah.
gun. He doesn't want.
It depends on if you're trying to kill someone or not. If you're not trying to kill someone, I'd say pepper spray, because it's constant pain for like 20 minutes. Because you got to think, like a stun gun, both of the barbs have to go in for the circuit to complete. And if it's just like a taser gun where you have to actually touch them, you're an arm's length away from them, and that's dangerous.
It's gonna jab you.
So, but with pepper spray, you can do it from like 15 feet away.
Yeah,
And-
for a taser that shoots probes, you have to complete the circuit, but that can be
Yeah.
one barb and then also a stun.
Yeah.
Will complete that circuit. Tasers work on like they call it neuromuscular incapacitation, right? And so
Mhm.
even someone that's determined or that's having like a mental crisis or things like that, as long as there's good contact points and the muscles tense up, you're going to have that neuromuscular incapacitation. With pepper spray, though, that's a pain compliance thing. So someone that's not feeling pain and isn't responding to pain can fight through pepper spray, because it is working on, just a pain response.
Pull up Diego's comment.
Finches of Prey says, Tim, you need to get a watch thief on as a special guest. By the way, if any watch thieves in the chat, I'm going to drop the link. You don't have to turn your camera on. Hop on and tell us all about your operation. Link
I think there's already
is
one
in the chat.
among us, Tim.
Yeah, I think you should.
They're among us, yeah.
You should.
I told you.
I think it's Birmingham.
Hey, Tim, you should do a video. Remember, did you see the video when Roman Sharp's like, we're going to talk to an undercover Rolex dealer, and it was really him, just like
put
and
him in the
it
shadow?
altered. Yeah, it was like the shadow, and it like just altered his voice a little bit. You should interview a watch thief and just be yourself with the altered voice.
Actually, that
You should find the group who robbed TPG. You should see what they say.
I set up. I told Marco to come to California.
Imagine, that'd be
I was
rating
like,
gold,
hey,
Tim.
let's go get some noodles, and he's like, okay. It's not a joke,
something.
guys. This isn't.
Second here.
Yeah, get
Actor.
on, Lolex.
You're looking for an actor.
I will be your exceptional actor and a spokesperson. $55. Hey guys. Hey. Hey, 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 hey,
Good
hey,
idea,
hey,
right?
hey,
You're
hey,
thinking the wheels are turning.
hey, hey, hey. The wheels, Birmingham Heart. The wheel. By the way,
Tim, can we please
does
turn
somebody
this
want me to?
like
Anybody want to buy me a shot of Suntory, or should I get a shot of Suntory or Hibiki 21? Which one?
Open up Wizard's
Man,
bottle.
I have never had that Hibiki, but that Suntory Toki is smooth.
Oh my god, this is
It's good.
so cheap. Yeah,
Yeah, for a daily
amazing.
drinker, it's a good. How much is a serving, Tim?
Dude, it's they actually, so I paid $30 because I bought one, but they have two for 60. They're
No,
selling.
I meant for someone to buy
Oh.
you a drink. Thing.
Oh, any amount. It depends. Oh. Oh, wait. All right. Okay.
You have the
Man, this stuff
you
is
have
so good.
you have
What are you drinking?
the
Birmingham.
Glencairn glass.
Yes.
Doing
Oh, Glenlivet 12. Very nice.
Not
Evan,
as
what are
smooth-
you drinking?
Not as smooth as the Centauri though.
What am
No.
I drinking?
Yeah.
Macallan 18.
Oh. By the way,
Wait,
your
how
dad
was-
is huge proponent of that. He mentioned,
My
by the way,
dad
so I
is-
was at the liquor store, Evan,
Yeah.
and they had the Macallan 18 and they had the Macallan 25.
Wait, how old is Evan?
I'm 16. I can't drink. I'm not drinking Macallan. I'm
He's
messing
just
with you.
joking.
Yeah.
He's just joking. He's just being cute. But Macallan 25 is like $3,000. Where did they come up with these prices, Evan? It's nuts. For a bottle of whiskey, $3,000 for Macallan 25. It's
well,
nuts.
I
I,
know
I don't
that-
think a little liquor would hurt you, my friend.
No.
Go
don't
ahead
do
and
it.
enjoy.
You know
No,
why?
don't do it. A little bit
Hey,
can
Me and
make
my
you.
know
dad
what?
went to a steakhouse a little while
Hey.
ago, and he bought King Louis the 13th there.
Oh, that's expensive stuff.
It's probably
That was-
$200 there.
Yeah, he let me have some of that. That stuff's good.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I mean, that stuff, one glass is like 1,000, I think.
yeah. It
He's
is. Yeah,
he's a
it's
W
a lot.
dad.
It's a lot.
Do you have to be 21 where you live?
Yeah, in the United States, yeah, 21.
Very
well,
hard. Do you know why we have a 21 and over law that everybody has to be 21 and over to drink?
No, I think
Uh,
that's dumb. I think it should be 18.
Because-
Exactly. Thank you.
Because we live in a nanny state and there's laws.
Do you know why
It
all
has
50
to.
states became 21 and over for drinking?
Well,
It used to be 18. It recently became 21.
Hold on. They used to try to outlaw it completely and said like, no, we're gonna have a prohibition on alcohol. And then this was like, all right, let's compromise. Let's
Don't
21
forget
and
about
up.
the prohibition.
The only reason why states wanted to bring drinking ages to 21 was because the federal government would stop interstate commerce funding for them. Because some freaking Karen
Yeah, it's to
wanted to
encourage
complain
them
about
to do it.
oh, her son drank and did blah blah blah, and you like if you lived in New York and the age to drink was 21 and New Jersey was like 18 or 19, kids would drive from New York, get drunk in New Jersey, and would have to drive back. But not every kid is irresponsible,
Yeah. But
The
just
ones that
because,
drink and drive are.
because of
So
Kevin,
we
just
have
one
we
second.
have Karen to blame for that.
Yeah, just a second here. Al, $5. Toki is good for highballs. 2 shots, sparkling water, and a splash of lemon or lemon juice. I think he means splash of lemon juice or a squeeze of lemon.
lemon or lime
Actually,
juice. Yeah,
I'm gonna make
it's-
some.
But Toki is smooth enough to drink by itself, though.
Daniel Katz, $2. Yeah. It's so. You know what? Daniel Katz, what's the drink the wizard sent you? So the wizard sent me on the quest. I live in a
Quest.
Like in Lord of the Rings. You're going to
yeah. He sent me on the quest in the land far away, the journey that took us.
Wow.
He sent me to pick up a rare bottle of whiskey that impossible to find. This is the stuff for legends. The kings sing about this juice. Anyway, so he sent me to pick this up for him, and in as a for doing him, you know how it's always whenever they send you on the quest in these video games, you bring to the guy the good stuff.
Yep.
And as a reward, he gives you, something, something much less desirable, which
The
is
nut
this.
is good stuff.
Yeah, but I am freaking shocked. Tim Remington, 610 yen Japanese whiskey is the best. Tim, 150%. I think, dude, I found my drink. I found my choice of drink. Ooh, Evan.
This is my dad's, the Kamigataki, the single malt 2020.
The Japanese
Yeah.
whiskey. Look at this. Ooh, single malt.
Yeah.
Wait, is he still on the phone or?
Yeah, he's still on the phone. Yeah.
All right. That looks cool.
Where's this from? Nagano, Japan. So yeah.
50%. I wonder if that looks. It's probably that is that their PD one, right?
Probably. I would guess.
Because this stuff is extremely smooth. This drinks like Blue Label. I'm sorry. I think I found my whiskey of choice, guys. Right here. It's cheap and it's cheerful. Cheers, Tim and Al. Wow, that's good. Bourbon Hard, you have to get yourself a bottle.
Dude, I drank my my Centauri.
You finished it?
Toki, yeah, before I got to Glenlivet, but I like it better. Don't sleep on Japan, guys.
Yeah,
They do everything. They do.
dude. The Japanese
They are so dedicated
precise.
to their craft. Even in like, what was it, like the 60s, right?
Dude,
the whole
they
like
make-
observatory, the whole observatory chronometer trials.
Hmm.
Like Seiko was like killing it to the point where it's like a few years in, they're like, we're not going to do this contest anymore, because Seiko was like dominating on the accuracy standard for their automatic watches.
Yeah. That's why they're good. Al
Their
says
beef?
Hibiki is hard to get even in Japan. Hibiki 21. Yeah, that's why he sent me on the quest. He called me. He's like, Timmy. I got the quest for you, old chap. So I put on my cloak, grabbed the ring, and I went through more. You know how cold it is outside, but I picked up sushi on the way. So the cool thing that the sushi sashimi store was right next door. So I killed two birds with one stone, so to speak. Casey Aquatics. Whoa, Hibiki 20. Yeah. Anyone wants to guess how much that cost? Guess it. Guys, guess in the chat. And Rourke Malcolm, $2. That Japanese harmony. I'm gonna try that one. Oh, he's talking to Evan. Right? That's the Japanese
I
harmony.
think that is here. Hang on.
Hmm.
Go get it again.
I wish Wizard was still living in Brooklyn, because I would try some. I have to send it away. Hibiki 17 is amazing, and it used to be cheaper than the Blue Label, but not anymore. It's like everything, right? It's like Rolex. Everything is going over retail. It's mad
What?
world, guys.
This drink's going over retail?
Hell yeah!
The
This is
hell?
like finding a super ultra rare Grand Seiko. You know?
Wait, how do you even know if it's authentic? Like, what if somebody sells you a fake bottle?
Well, he bought it in a store.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's not buying it on the streets, Cam. Shoot.
so there's not a gray market.
No,
There's a
there's-
flipper market. There's a flipper.
Kind of. It's not like other things, because in a lot of places you need a liquor license to be selling it. So
Look at that. They have one more bottle. That's how rare this stuff is. And this is a massive store. Massive store. Let me show you guys. Making some content. Look at this. Wow. Look at the bottle.
What store did you get that from?
Well, it's I actually in Brooklyn for some reason. Brooklyn is like a really good whiskey location to get whiskeys.
Mm,
I don't know why, but they're extremely cheap here. Maybe because we're alcoholics, but it's actually Brooklyn is probably one of the best places to find whiskey because I've been in California and I've seen their choices and they were horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ship that as soon as possible. Don't want anyone robbing my place to get it. $1,200. Did you get it at the captain's subby spot? He was talking about it yesterday. No, I did not. Because we live. Captain Subby. He lives in Jersey. The Jersey.
Joyce.
Can't. Microwaves are going over retail. That's crazy.
Everything's going for retail right now.
Yeah, what is
JD,
going on with the world?
Well,
What is life right now?
we got supply. We got some supply issues happening. So things that are we don't make our own stuff anymore. So everything
have
gets
two issues.
imported.
Birmingham.
And then
It's not just supply. It's also we have a demand issue. People
No.
are stuck at home and they want shit that they don't need.
but
Like
some
technically,
places
you
but
don't
some places
need
a microwave.
Hibiki 12. Well, microwave, yeah.
But microwaves, cars. I mean, it's just there's a lot of things
Yeah.
that are shipped.
You don't
like,
need the
trying to be
latest and the
shipped.
greatest BMW. Archie didn't need the BMW. Let's be honest. He didn't need it.
for the
He
channel.
didn't have a
Yes,
need
he
problem.
did.
He had the want problem.
No, he needed that shit.
No, he didn't. He didn't
Yes, he
need
did.
it. Come on.
He's a
No one needs
middle-aged,
a BMW
overweight.
E-Series.
But even for new
person.
cars, my wife, she doesn't need one, but we're looking at upgrading her car this year, and it's like we can't just go to the lot and buy a Toyota. It's like you're ordering it and then they're fulfilling it within a couple months. Like that's a little abnormal.
Yeah, that is.
But the
You get a
abnormal is
discount?
that so many people want stuff that they don't necessarily need.
So how
Right,
long will
that's
that Toyota take?
You're getting a Toyota Birmingham?
Well, my wife, I have a Tundra, but my wife's due to upgrade her car, so we're looking at Toyota or Honda, something
Yeah,
Japanese,
those are good made
something
vehicles.
Japanese again because they're so freaking reliable.
Not
Yeah.
a Hyundai?
Maybe she has a Honda Pilot right now that we're gonna upgrade. Maybe another Pilot or 4Runner or
I
something
said
like that.
Hyundai. You don't like Hyundai?
No.
Yeah, the Koreans don't make good stuff.
They'll get there,
Damn.
but they'll get get there, but we've been pretty happy with Hondas and Toyotas that we've owned over the years.
OC says he buys all his whiskeys on Canal Street for $50.
Oh,
Man,
shoot.
that's
no.
Ah, oh my god! You need to get her a Supra.
No, she's got a bunch of kids. They have to get in and out of the car, so it's got to be like a economical, not a minivan, but it's got to be something economical with a little bit of storage in the back.
this is so good. I tell you what, I might, I'm kind of crazy. I might go and buy 2 more bottles of this stuff because this is on sale. It's 2 for
Really?
50. Yeah, 2 for 50.
That's good.
I didn't realize how amazing this was. Like, oh my god, I tried it right now. I am straight up like, I'm not gonna drink anymore today, but like, this can turn a man into alcoholic. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Just be careful. This guy. 43% alcohol. Established 1923. Man, Japanese know how to make good shit. Daniel Katz, $2.79. Supply chain issues, anti-vax truckers protest,
Yeah.
etc., etc., etc. Yeah,
Okay,
the
so
world is.
now that Daniel Katz has said this, how can we use this to our advantage to take advantage of the situation to make
Why
money?
look at Cameron and taking advantage of situations?
He's
It's called capitalism.
He's a capitalist at heart,
Capitalism.
Tim. He's a capitalist at heart.
Man,
Even in
Man.
communist countries,
Cameron.
there's people like Cameron. They're like, hey, how can I
What do you have a
squeeze
YouTube
a few
channel?
dollars out of this?
Do you have a YouTube channel? You want to start a 24-hour rebel stream?
Maybe I
That's
should.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
that's so hilarious.
there's been strikes at some of the ports as well. So when you have places that
Tim Remington, 610 yen, liking all the love for Japan today. Dude, not only that, but Cameron, sorry, Tim. I stumbled on 2 videos of Archie today. One was Daryl the plumber. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen it, it's the funniest video. I almost pooped myself. It's so funny.
is this
But
during the
number
live
2,
stream? Or is this
no, it's not a live stream. It's Daryl the plumber.
Okay.
It's so funny.
on the RG Luxury or Paul
Yeah,
Plata
I'll send you
channel?
the link, Barbie
Okay.
Heart. I'll send you the link. Just message me and I'll send you the link. It's so funny. But second video was I was wrong about Grand Seiko. And that was really good as well.
What
Yes.
is he?
Yes.
He's a fan now, huh?
Wow.
Took him long enough.
Dude. I think he just talks shit about Grand Seiko because he's suffering from the same problem that I think I'm suffering from. And it's buying watches that don't go up in value immediately.
But I don't buy Grand Seiko at full whack though. It's like the thing is that's one where it's like you're getting it
How much did you buy it for? Grand Seiko?
$2,200. So
How
this
much?
one, it's the 9F quartz, right? So it's the
That's
quartz
the
GMT.
Superman, right?
No, they have one that's in an automatic, but it has the red and the hour and the GMT hand are overlapping, so you don't get the full effect.
Hmm.
But it's the I think it's the what is it, SBGN 005.
So
I
you
bought it
wouldn't
for-
suggest buying this at retail?
Beautiful.
I
That
bought
one's
it for-
actually
I bought
quite
it for
thin.
22. I bought it for $2,200.
22.
$2,200. Private party. The guy bought it less than a year ago from the jeweler, local AD. I mean, full box papers, all the extra links and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I timed it the last year.
Mm-hmm.
It gained 5 seconds in like full year, January to January.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's quartz. I mean, it's
Well,
extremely
it's like a thermal regulated quartz. Like that's even accurate even for a quartz.
thermal.
But the finishing on it is better than my Rolex sub, like hands down.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
just-
The
it's
hand, and then
just-
this one.
Quartz, so it's soulless, right? So okay, but
What do you mean? It has a different soul.
I'm saying it doesn't have a soul because it's it's a battery operated. In 5 years, it's gonna die, and you're gonna need a new battery put in it. But
So are you saying this whiskey doesn't have a soul? It's just so it's so perfect in a
Ooh.
way.
I think it's
Because is that would that because look,
So-
I'll tell you this, it's so tasty.
I mean, it does have a soul. It gives you a soul, Tim. That's the only
I
thing
have a
that
soul.
keeps some people going in life.
I listen. I'm in love.
Whiskey is
But I
some
don't
people's
want what
automatic
I don't
movement,
want,
Tim.
Cameron, what I don't want is whiskey snobs, right? With their single malt Highland
Highland
single
Park.
barrel extreme 18-year whiskey
So-
coming to me and saying, "Oh, Tim, you don't understand the beauty of Highland whiskey is it's in imperfection. It's about the imperfection. That's what gives it soul because each barrel has grown in the unique environment."
You sound like a fucking nut, Tim.
So hold on. So, but I think he's onto something though. He's onto something
Oh!
because if you think about this, right? So now I'm trying to remember back to my world history class, right? But Japan, being an island, it was kind of cut off from the rest of the world,
Mhm.
right? And so the rest of the world went through this massive development, and then it was kind of like, okay, started selling weapons, and then commerce opened up, and so now stuff could import and export in and out of Japan. And so they do lose a little bit of it might be the history that other places, like when I think of whiskey or like being in America, right?
Mhm.
You think of like bourbons, right? It's like, okay, Kentucky.
Like,
If there was a some bourbon distillery or whatever that opened up, it's like, okay, Like that's cute, it's good, but it doesn't have the history behind it. Same thing with like Japanese cars, right? They come on the market and it's kind of like, okay, it's new, like newer manufacturing, but there's some people that are just
It's
like,
not
I don't want a
Mercedes, the
Japanese car.
original.
Exactly. They're like, well, or even for American, there's a lot of people that wanted to buy as an American that wanted to buy American, and they remember the nostalgia, right? Like the American muscle
Yeah,
cars
yeah, yeah.
and the
The
50s and
heritage.
60s. Exactly.
I think the key word
Exactly.
is the heritage, right?
Yes. And
The
so
Irish whiskey, it's about the heritage. The heritage.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You pay that heritage premium. Whereas with Japanese, you pay for the absolute perfection and quality.
But when I think of Japanese hard alcohol,
Yeah.
you think of sake.
Yeah.
So I think that sometimes, like oftentimes, I should say, like Japanese companies like really perfect things. I mean, have you ever had Wagyu beef?
Yes.
No, I want to taste it. What does it taste
I
like?
never had Wagyu beef.
Amazing.
Where'd you
Never had
have it? Did you buy it from like Costco or something?
So they sell them.
Go.
No, they actually do have them at Costco. They have like 2 big pieces. It's $100 for like 2 steaks.
Mhm.
It could basically feed 4 people. I mean, they're pretty good sized steaks, but
Mm.
it's amazing.
Mm.
So sometimes, I think
Top
that
of the
it
top.
takes them a while, right? Like
The best of the best.
Seiko, Grand Seiko's doing awesome things. They bust onto the scene and start, taking names in the 60s, the whole quartz crisis thing. So yeah, sure. The old guard
There's
and the Swiss industry, they can like
Yeah.
thumb their noses at them but
I
we
wonder
have 2
why.
battles of titans fighting. There's
Yes.
beauty in perfection
Yeah.
and beauty in not so perfection. Finding beauty in something that's not perfect but historically accurate versus the most beautiful example that you can humanly make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Michael Paris, nice. Grand Seiko. David N. Shut up, men are talking. DC and Elvia. Tim Wright, send me both links. You got it. I'm gonna put them in the community. GDG 5167. Grand Seiko has been raising prices at retail. The value proposition is very questionable.
Let
I
me
agree,
ask you something,
especially with the
Birmingham.
class.
Have you
Yeah.
Man,
ever
if they fix the
serviced
class.
any of your watches?
Wait, 1 second, 1 second. Let me just get to the end. DC and LV, thank you for guys. Hit the upvote button. We got like 80 people watching. Please upvote. I would really, really appreciate it. Hamza, Tim, you like soju? Hey, don't talk to me about soju. Man, did I get drunk on soju? That, by the way, Hamza, if you are a $10 member, you have access to that live stream. It was with me and Mathis. This is what happens when you drink soju. Hamza, it's all about $10 membership. That's where you get the secret videos that are too embarrassing, too cringe for the normal human eyes. GDG, I have owned a Grand Seiko. Was not impressed with the finish or the bracelet quality. It's all about the bracelet.
A lot of people don't like
Japanese whiskeys were globally underappreciated until 2013-14 when Yamazaki won the best whiskey. Fuck me dead. They're coming. And it's the thing. Those guys are sleeping on it. Okay, Hamza, if you got the $10 membership, go watch the video. It's me and Mathis. It's like from a month ago. The picture is me and Mathis in the icon. Go to the end, last hour. It's just that's what happens when you drink too much soju. Wagyu beef in US usually is not imported.
That's why you get Kobe beef, because that comes from a city in Japan. It's Wagyu beef, but from Kobe. That's what you
I
want.
thought Kobe beef was just.
Well, the Wagyu is more like the
was-
process where people like, oh, it's it's Wagyu beef that. So
I
yeah,
thought
it doesn't.
Kobe beef was just a nickname for Kobe Bryant's penis. But-
No, Tim.
oh, yes,
Hard.
Wagyu style beef it's hard, guys. It's
Isn't
hard.
I kicked him?
Why? For super chat, You have to super chat. Ooh, time and tested. Thank you for hitting the upvote button. Always appreciate it, man. Sorry. Okay, man. If Grand Seiko fixes their price, by the way, they in the past like 3 days they released like 7 new watches. I mean, can these guys take a break? Take a break. It's way too many watches. I don't even see the spring of it. Where's the spring one?
Which
Have you
one has
seen?
like the most detail?
Oh, you're talking about Cree-door. That's their most exclusive hand.
Micro
Yeah.
Artist Studios.
Yes. Dude. And actually, you know what? I like it that it's different brand name. It's not Grand Seiko, Grand Toyota. That it's just
Grand Toyota. Grand Cherokee.
yeah. It's, that's why you name these things different. There's Tudor and there's Rolex.
So funny story. This is a rumor. I haven't actually seen it yet, but one of the cars that my wife's looking at is a Toyota Highlander, and apparently this year they're coming out with the Grand Highlander, which is like a
Ooh.
Highlander, only like longer. So it's like a stretched Highlander. I'm like, oh man, what is it with the Grand?
Like Jeep.
The Grand Jeep.
Cherokee and the
Tell
Grand
her, tell her
Oh,
that
yeah,
car
that's
will
true,
be
that's true.
unsellable, just like your Grand Seiko. That word is cursed.
yeah.
Everything that's grand is just it's not
The
going anywhere.
Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer.
And I can't find. I saw this. There was this Grand Seiko that said like online boutique limited edition, which kind of gave me a bit of a brain freeze because it makes no sense. How can it be online boutique? What the hell is
I don't get
online
it. Which
boutique?
one of these collections are the best? Like they have 3 collections. What's like the creme de la creme?
Micro.
Well, yeah, right. The micro artist do it, but it's not here.
Yeah, I guess Cree-door at that point then.
Would be this one. What the Grand Seiko? Maybe wait. Is this the website? Because the websites are also very confused. The micro artist studio. Ooh, you see, they paint the dial by hand, right? Like that's how insane. Like that's painted by hand. Do you understand? You know what that means, Cameron?
No, not really.
Have you tried painting something or doing this type of polish with a piece of wood? You know how many hours that takes? Jesus.
I'd
Look,
rather have it made in China.
yeah. The youth. This is what the youth come to.
I'd rather have
Oh,
somebody, some Chinese person in China,
well, he's a
making it by
Japanese
hand.
person in Japan.
Yeah, but they have rice in Japan.
By the way, you see this Cree-door, the lettering? That's painted by hand as well.
No,
It's insane.
I
You
want
understand?
somebody getting paid little or nothing making my watch,
And this guy's
and
making a bank.
they're
Don't worry
getting an
about it.
iron on their back if they mess up the dial, so they make it perfect.
I'm not sure what you're trying to prove, man.
Watchmaking tools. It looks like a bunch of sticks.
Oh, by the way, my second
Chopstick.
watch tool arrived, guys. Look at this.
Just the Bergeon spring bar tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this thing, this will definitely will not scratch the case back. Wait, can I make this? See that tip?
Well, it's not. It's not the tool. Well, I guess if you're like extra clumsy, I mean, the tool could mess it up. But it's.
Yeah.
I find it's usually the spring bar. Once you pry it out, the spring bar that scrapes the back side of the lug.
Ooh, but how do you prevent that though?
This right here,
The tape.
the heat resistant tape. So I take off a little bit. I use like the 10 millimeter width. I take off a little bit and then put it on the back side of the lug. And then I'll, take
And you find that protects it adequately?
It protects when the spring bar comes out, it protects it from scratching across the underside of the lug. Yeah, with the tape on.
Paul just messaged me that he dropped the video, but I don't see it yet. just dropped the video.
All right, bet.
Don't-
Can we pull it up?
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna pull it up as soon as it's live. It might still be processing.
Yeah.
Daniel Katz, you are so effing patient. What does that mean, effing?
It's a gun.
I don't know if he's talking about the gun or if he's just.
So effing. Oh, you are so effing patient. To put the Birmingham, he's talking about you. To put the little stickers on, it's a lot of like extra work that you have to do.
No, it's like Scotch tape, but it doesn't leave any residue. Like it doesn't take. It takes just like a second. It's just like normal tape. You just peel it off, use some scissors, cut it, stick a piece on, and then you go.
Refreshing it. No, it's too much work. Hey, bondage.
Well, no, Evan just passed it back over to me cold. I have no idea where we are in the conversation, so I'm.
Hey, I mean,
We were talking about
all over the place.
whiskey. Told
Yeah.
him he needs to wait until he's of age to partake.
No, Bird.
Oh, he has no context to enjoy that, anyways. So
Actually, he did rat you out at one time.
what'd he say?
That one time when you gave him some alcohol to.
God
King
damn it,
Louis
Bourbon.
Louis the what? Louis the 14th?
Louis the
13th.
13th. No, that was
The
when we were at
13th.
the nice steakhouse in Dallas. But why wouldn't I? I mean, like Louis the 13th is special. Of course, I'm going to give my son a little sip of that.
That's the
So
best stuff.
Bondage,
on
you're a
earth.
W dad.
They said that they told me that you ratted me out.
Hey,
You're a W dad. Bondage.
Was it Papa's Bros Steakhouse? Because that's great.
Sorry,
In
what's that?
Texas. Papa's Bros. You ever heard
No,
of that?
no. It was Knife.
Oh, okay.
No, Knife is amazing. If you're in Dallas, Knife is amazing, and you should get their bacon. They have this bacon sampler where they have bacons from all over the world, from Spain to Iowa, and it's incredible. And then of course you get like a piece of Wagyu or something like that, and then drink some Louis the 13th with your 16-year-old son, whatever. I mean, it's cool. All right, see, Evan, I told Evan, you guys don't want this old fogey on here.
No. It's all good. It's all good. We Paul Thorpe, right? You watch Paul Thorpe here and there.
Here and there,
Yeah.
I'm
So he-
definitely
he-
aware of him. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
not convinced that London is as dangerous as he makes it seem, but yeah, I watch Paul.
Yeah, so he just contacted us that it was a robbery, and we were kind of, discussing a little bit about safety and stuff, and he just filmed a video, and I can't see it. Man, guys, if you can find on his channel, and I think it takes a little bit longer for it to appear in the United States. But I wanted to
I
ask,
literally have the video right here, Tim.
you have it? Put it in the
Yeah,
private
put it
chat,
on.
Yeah, if you drop it in the private chat.
because I can't see it.
Yeah, just posted.
Something's
So
wrong
Tim,
with mine.
who here is going to the London Watch Show?
I am.
Oh, I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going
We should definitely
100%.
catch up and have a beer or wine.
100%. Hey, I'm going 2 days early. I'm coming in on Wednesday.
What hotel is this?
Yeah, I will. I know he wants to put that on. Wants to announce that. So Evan and I will be coming in on Friday, leaving on Tuesday, and we're staying in Chelsea.
I'll be staying in Westminster.
Okay, no, that's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, there's
If
no
you
doubt. We'll catch up. Yeah.
if you email me,
Yeah. I will.
hello at my email is at the bottom there. Hello at
Can
timwrite.
you capture his email?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a dumbass.
I'll give you guys my number.
Yeah, give Evan. Evan will get the email.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
I
And he
dropped-
can. I'll send him a message and everything. So
Yeah, send him a message, and we'll definitely catch up, and we'll have some. Oh, it's Paul. There he
Paul.
is. Let's watch.
Paul, let's watch the video.
he's
Hey,
got
Paul,
it.
welcome to the show. How you doing, bud? Oh, never mind.
Hey. Actually, I'm gonna drop the link. If anybody wants to jump on with us, well, let's see what happens.
It's about
Because-
3:30 a.m. in the morning.
Can you guys hear it?
Yes.
I had a phone call about an hour ago from my nephew Alfie.
This is breaking.
over
This is
at
just
CJ
uploaded.
Chrono, to tell me that his premises has been attacked. Coming up now is some unbelievable CCTV footage. Thank God that Alfie's okay. No one has been hurt. Don't know the full extent of the robbery just yet. I'll be going over there tomorrow to speak to Alfie and get the full story. Main concern, obviously, is that, as I say, no one's been hurt. But this is what watch dealers face in 2022. You're not going to believe this.
Oh shit. Oh my god, I remember him being in this office making videos about like talking to the guy and taking pieces from the wall.
That was the sound that Voltron made whenever they would form the Voltron from all the lions, by the way.
I'm so dead.
So that's the wall they just broke?
The
I think it's a
glass.
window.
I
It
think
was
it's
the
a
glass,
window.
it was a window.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine breaking a wall.
Holy
Fucking
shit.
Thanos.
So all the watches are put in the
Oh,
safe, so they're not in their
fuck.
display cases.
Dude, these guys are savages, bro.
Yeah, and this
They're
is
professionals. I had to hire them.
listen, these guys knew exactly where to go for. I mean, because everything's in the videos, right? Like
Ooh,
the guy,
look at this. They're bringing in the toe straps.
boxes,
Took-
the boxes.
They took to a car outside.
They're coming to my house soon since Blondie doxed
Holy shit. They're gonna take the safe, right? They're gonna
me.
pull it up.
They gotta
Is it even
get away
possible
from
to-
the wall.
Not with
They're
her.
usually bolted. They're usually bolted from the
Yeah.
inside.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Look
they're
at
taking
this.
the boxes.
Oh my god. Fuck me dead. Oh, they ripped it out. Yeah, they ripped it out. What the fuck?
Well, 'cause it takes a long time to break the safe open, so they're just going to take the whole thing.
Wait, where the hell are
Holy
the cops?
shit.
They've been there for a good minute.
Oh man, dude,
It
cops
takes-
take
it
forever
takes a
to
couple
get there.
minutes. Yeah,
And this is in London?
I think
someone
this
in the
is
UK. It's his nephew.
outside London. Jeez.
6. They got a crew of 6.
What was this? What's the spray?
Plumber's crack.
What's that for? Oh man. I can
Yes.
shit.
Look at that teamwork.
Holy shit, man. This is so savage. 4 dudes ripping the shit out as fast as they can.
Look at this camaraderie. When they get these watches, they will
Fast.
always remember this day.
By the way, can I just point out quickly that those 4 guys are me, Marco,
6.
JJ,
There's
and
6
Marcelo,
dudes.
and
There's
that
totally-
save is Archie's super chats.
Uh,
Do you see how hard they're working
Yes,
to get this?
2-hour pre and after streams.
What is that? Is
Really
it
hard. This is a metaphor, guys. This is a metaphor.
You couldn't get the strap around it.
No, they can't get it out. Oh wait, did they? Oh, you can hear. Is that the police? Ah, they couldn't get it.
I hope they
Gotta
don't
go.
flip these watches.
They got some stuff, but damn.
We just got the empty boxes.
This is a mark of a milestone on
It
great
was quite an
teamwork
exercise. Quite an
and
exercise.
team building. I wish me and my
Team
coworkers
building.
had this much of bond and teamwork and we can get along
You're
like
nuts,
this to
Cameron. You're nuts.
pull something off.
Fucking these are some crazy. God,
Jeez.
look at this. Fuck me, dead. Animals. Holy.
I think
What
this
is
is a
this?
way that we get the watch community together is if we go and rob a place together.
All right, Cameron. I'm gonna have to ban you. So, damn. No one was hurt. Yeah.
Oh,
And it didn't look like they got into the safe, which is good.
Yeah. At
So,
least that.
yeah,
But
they
can
got
you
the-
imagine?
They
I mean,
stole
can you
some. They
imagine?
stole some empty boxes.
Yeah.
Well, you know how expensive those boxes are,
Yeah, they're a lot.
dude. Those boxes are like $1,000 a pop.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Can I
Choice-
say something that is slightly offensive? And I love Paul
Yes.
Thorpe,
Yes.
but I've been in London many times,
Hmm.
and I get it. I mean, like, I don't necessarily go to some of these areas of London where he's talking about,
Bond Street.
but I've worn expensive watches in London, and I've walked around drunk in London. I've never felt as unsafe as he makes it feel.
Yeah. Listen, I have the same feeling.
Yeah.
I think though, the more YouTube because like this type of thing, if you think about it from his perspective, right? If one of his viewers got robbed because they listened to his advice to wear the watch that is actually safe, then like that could destroy his YouTube career. I mean, there's a lot of like nasty and vicious trolls
Yeah.
on YouTube, and they'll fucking go after you. So sometimes it's like, oh man, you wish you could say, yeah, like I felt perfectly safe, but would I recommend that we'll have 1,000 people watching? That's 1,000 people.
Yeah, I get it.
A robbery happens maybe once in a million, right? But you take that chances, you multiply it by 7,000 people watch this video, and then the odds are against you. So he's like playing a lottery in a way. So
You're right, Tim. You're
Okay.
right.
He's also been robbed a few times, so he's
He is,
probably
yeah.
kind of distorted, whereas you walking around's a little different.
No, I
George-
totally agree. Yeah, I totally understand.
Giorgio the
Hey, well,
chef.
listen, I'm not as much fun tonight as I was the previous few nights, so I'm gonna bid adieu. Do you guys want Evan?
No, you're
back?
good. You're good. No, we got Paul. Paul is answering to you. I'd rather scare 100 people
I
and
get it.
save
No, I
one
get
from
it.
getting robbed.
I get it.
Boom.
I get
Yeah,
it.
man.
I get it, Paul. I'm not criticizing. I get it.
Bondage, what
Someti-
tactics do you use to not get robbed in London?
Mm.
Oh, well, it's just your aura. People know, like, listen, I mean, like, they know if someone comes up to me, I'm not going to fight you. Someone else is going to fight you.
But also, listen,
Yeah,
listen.
bodyguards?
Bondage,
No.
bondage.
They just know someone else is going to do that fight for me.
Bondage. You have to understand one more thing. When was the last time you were in London?
Oh, I was in London the week Trump shut down the border. So that was 2 years, March 2020. Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
March 2020. This
Yeah.
is 2 years later. Paul Newman
I get
Daytona. No. The Daytona, yellow gold Daytona, back then was cost 50,000. Now it goes for 250,000. And tomorrow it's going to be 260,000.
I
know,
I know. Listen, I'm not
You can-
criticizing. I just,
Hey.
by the way,
No,
hey,
this is what we're
Paul,
here for, to learn. The fact
got
that
a
you
super-
said
got a
that.
super chat. You got a super chat.
It was super chat from Cameron's Green Oyster Perpetual 31. $5. Don't let Cameron lie to you.
Shoot.
to a guy
Oh.
named Bart.
Been
The
found out,
back
Cam.
alley. 20 minutes after unboxing.
If the real Paul Thorpe is listening, though, I want to have a beer with him too, please, when I'm in
Yes.
London next month. So
Hey,
No, but you
hey,
can-
no,
If
you don't
you-
understand. The fact that you said that led to this conversation. You see, it's my job. We're pushing back at each other, and I think everyone learned so much today. Just because you mentioned it. Paul Thorpe says, "No problem. Oh, you're right. London is safe-ish. but it does happen a lot. Just
I
want to
agree.
protect our people.
Paul, that's why when you're in London, you wear the Parmigiani. No one
The
knows.
Parm.
Yeah, no one knows what this shit is, and you're good to go.
You
There
can
you
look.
go.
You can pull up the. I mean, if I'm just looking at like the crime statistics for London, I mean they range. I mean, the last 5 years between 83 to 104 crimes per 1,000 people.
Mm.
So I mean that's almost a 10% of the people that live there. So
Ooh, at
roughly,
some point,
right?
yeah.
And
It's per
something
year. Per year.
I think the
So almost.
Paul's
So something's
what
happening. Not that all 10, not that all those crimes are armed robberies, but
Yeah.
people are either, that's their vehicles broken into, house broken into, you know what I mean?
You're
So,
playing the odds.
but that's actually pretty high. That's actually a pretty high crime
It
rate
is.
compared to a lot of
It
the
is.
developing world.
yeah.
I
And I
think
think to Paul's point is, I think a lot of the reason why Paul does these videos is because a lot of people in the watch community, I don't know what it is, but they don't have common sense.
Yeah.
Like how Bondage said here, it's about your aura, how you come across, how you even dress. I mean, you have to look out for yourself and be vigilant at all times, even wherever you are in the world. I mean, London.
hey Paul.
I've been in
Paul.
bad
Hi,
bad
Paul.
places.
Hey, Paul.
Good evening. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Paul, what
Yeah.
do you think about my opinion? Do you think that people should, kind of have a little bit more common sense going out there, when it refers to like personal watch robberies? Or I feel like the videos that you make, people shouldn't have to like learn how to not get robbed. I feel like that should be, something that they should learn on their own.
Do you know something I always say, that if you walk around acting like a victim, you may well become one. The problem is that what Bondage and Discipline was saying, that's some username, by the way. Bondage and Discipline. Geez, I've just spotted that. I mean, look, you're absolutely right, mate. I mean, look, at the end of the day, London is a relatively safe city. I mean, there's no major problem. It's not like, you're walking down the street in Baghdad with a Rolex on your wrist. It's not like that. But the problem is that for me, having been a victim, I know how it hurts, and I know the mental suffering and the mental torture that it brings for years. And I don't want anyone else to suffer what I've suffered and what Alfie's suffering tonight. Thank you, Mafia, bless you. I just don't want it to happen to people. It changes your life forever. Bondage and Discipline, what is your name? Because I'm not calling you Bondage and Discipline.
My name is Sean.
John. Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, you're right in what you say, but what I said, I would rather scare 100 people and save one.
I agree.
Every watch, every person, if they're there, and I'm sure there are people out there that we've saved, then I thank God for that, because they don't want to be a victim. It's not fun.
Yeah. Paul, no, you're absolutely right, and I ask for your forgiveness. I wasn't trying to.
No. Listen, honest,
but...
Sean. Do you know what? You're right. I'm not critical. I welcome people's opinions, and look. I'll be honest with you. A lot of my friends in the business, people say to me, "Oh, I'm grey dealer bias and always pumping up the grey market." They're always having a go at me, saying, "Paul, you shouldn't keep talking about watch crime. It doesn't do us any favours." And I say, look, I've got to tell the truth. I've got to say it as I see it. And it's, I wear a watch locally when I'm out and about now and again, but it's worse for YouTubers because we're obviously recognised a lot.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
For your average everyday person in the street, it's not such a concern. If all you got to do is be aware, as long as you're aware, it's fine.
Yeah.
And that's it really. I don't wear a watch, not because there's such a major problem. It's because so many people these days recognise me, and I don't know the good from the bad. That it's only the good ones that say hello to me. The bad ones will just come up behind you and whack you on the head like they've done
I
before.
agree.
So, you know.
So Paul, when we get Archie Luxury on his North America tour, I know you were already in the U.S. and Miami and New York, etc. Not so long ago, but would you come on the Archie Luxury North America tour out here in the West?
Where's the West?
Well,
I
actually,
live in
so Paul,
Colorado.
I was
we're gonna bring Archie
proposing
to Vegas. I'm sure you're down for Vegas.
the
Oh,
October
yeah.
28th.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in the fall.
Yeah, look, listen, I'm up for coming over to the States wherever and whenever possible myself. I love it there.
Well, I've got several empty bedrooms, Paul. So you and I can accommodate you, Tim, and Archie at the same time. So
As long as
He's
we're
gonna
in,
tie you up and discipline
Hey,
you, Paul.
you know what? Hey, Paul,
Yeah.
there
Paul,
will be no bondage. There will be no bondage.
yeah, if I get a free offer from someone nicknamed Bondage and Discipline to come and have a sleepover,
yeah,
I would say
I
no.
put
I
in
was
the
going to
bucket
say
and,
that
so.
that does worry me a little bit because I'm just a little bit past.
Honestly, guys, the only reason this name came up because this is not like the only reason I've been an Archie fan for years, like before he was even before you guys were even watching him. And the only reason this name came up is just because like my son, Evan, a great guy, was teaching me like how to I wasn't trolling, but like I was putting funny super chats in there, and bondage and discipline was funny to make Archie say it. Sorry, you got a super
Exactly.
chat. You got a super
And also there's a reason why the past 3 live stream Archie's the past 3 live streams were deleted. You had something to do with that.
That's Tim. I'm not with that woman, and I'm not with that woman. And I actually wrote
good,
Paul and asked him to take down the.
Hey,
even though it is epic, and
it's all in good fun,
I saw that.
Well, there's a whole other
so-
story there. She doesn't deserve all that, but yeah.
Someone sent me a link to that, and I don't know the lady concerned. I don't know the story behind it, but I've got to be honest with you. I don't think you should talk to women like that, especially live on.
I don't totally approve of it either. I don't think you should do that. Yeah, it's like yeah.
But
it's gonna lead to bad things.
But Alfie's okay. Otherwise, though, Paul.
Thanks, Bourbon Hard. Yeah, he's okay.
It was all
He's
after
obviously
hours.
upset.
Tried to break it.
Yeah,
after hours break in. And
thank God. The major worry is that this sort of shit normally, this is how it happened with me to start with, and what they do ultimately, if they can't get what they want, they'll come and get the person, and that's the worry now. He's really got to, look, he was brought up the right way. He knows the business, but he's really got to up his security now, his personal security as well.
So I actually had this thought as I was watching the video, because I remember the videos you made with him. You were in the office, you were taking watches from the wall where it was because the whole thing is like his office is, he does the show, he does his videos in that studio. So, and the robbers were familiar with where the stuff is. They knew exactly what to do. And I think like it also makes me worry a little bit, because I mean, I do YouTube and I got, watches laying around on the table.
Let me tell you something, Tim. Every watch robbery you're given up by someone that you've met every single time.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow. I did not know that.
Every single time.
So you think this could have been an inside job?
It's not inside, but it's just someone
that. Or
yeah, exactly. Bourbon Hard's right. Yeah, someone's been to the store. Alfie's looked him in the eyes. They've looked him in the eye. When I say someone's giving you up, I'm not talking about street robbery. I'm talking about the dealer robberies. The dealer robberies, you're always given up. They've always been to your premises first. Thank you. So yeah, he'll have met him.
You know,
But it's
it's
most
just
important that they're safe. That
yeah.
they
I mean,
didn't get away with too much. I mean, those boxes were there watches in them, or they were just empty boxes?
no, it's empty boxes. I mean, they've got away with nothing of any great value. But there's another side to this. Look, yes,
Yeah.
he's insured. You know, he's a proper businessman. He's insured. But do you know, I was talking to a dealer that got robbed a couple of weeks back. A straightforward robbery, very straightforward. No issues with the insurance, police, whatever. It took him 5 years to get paid out by the
Wow.
insurance company. 5 years. Now, in that time, he's out of business.
Yeah.
You know, you got to feed your family and your kids and pay your mortgage and your rent and your bills or whatever you got to pay. You know, these insurance companies are just the same. They're just thieves wearing a tie instead of a mask. You know, why did it take these bastards 5 years to pay out when they should have paid out after 5 weeks? You know, and this is the problem, is that these people that do this stuff, they don't realize the profound, well, they don't care. But, you know, ultimately, the effects that they have on families, children, babies, you know, Alfie's got a 4-year-old, you know, that they were going to take everything from him, his family, his children. Not that they care, because they're the scum of the earth. But
it seems like sometimes certain insurance companies, when people try to make claims, and I don't know if it's the same in the business or watch dealing world as it is for like individuals, but they look for reasons to not pay out. It's like, oh, well, your alarm system wasn't on, and you know,
they look for every single loophole that the contract has.
We joke in the watch business, when someone gets robbed, we always joke about insurance and go, oh, it happened on a Wednesday. Now, if it had been on a Thursday, you'd have been covered. You know?
Does it work the same by like personal insurance, that if like a business makes a claim, you know, like even though these guys didn't get away with a lot of pieces, just the damage to like the glass and, you know what I mean, that they just caused to the shop itself, does that cause like the rates of insurance to now go up for like going forward, if they're like, oh, well, that's a claim, and now
for sure. I mean, I don't know, but I know the building that Alfie's in. I know how to get that Range Rover through that back window, they've probably caused £50,000 for damage minimum.
Wow.
Because they'd have had to have gone through about 3 sets of plate glass windows, numerous. They've gone through a couple of other offices. I mean, they've literally destroyed the place to get that car where in situ, where they've been able to ram right, because that window that you see him coming through is actually right in the center of the building, and it's like a forecourt. There's like, it's in the middle.
Like a walkway.
If you can imagine,
Wow.
It's like a walkway. It's like crazy how they've managed to get a car. I mean, if you wanted to get a car in there without doing any damage, you'd have to actually use a crane. That's how difficult it would be to get it in there.
I thought that was the street. Wow.
No, it's not the street. No. It's remarkable that they've even managed to get a car. You know, we looked at that when he first moved in there. We looked at that as the potential weak spot. And in all honesty, I mean, I think I've seen it all, but I could not see a car getting into that area. Unbelievable.
Jesus.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
JDG says, Paul, thank you for joining. What can Tim do best to protect his collection?
Don't keep it at home, Tim. Now you're too high profile.
Tim, high profile. Giorgio the chef, they're amateurs. And there's a second one, $5 second super chat. Hopefully Tim will read. Thanks, Bondage, for coming on the stream and sharing your story. Great content. Thank you, Bondage, for providing all this extra content for the community. Paul, yeah, like that is insane.
It's insane, Paul. Yeah.
I remember you were saying, like, when choosing a spot for business, to make sure that it's not hidden behind somewhere in some corner somewhere. But like, was this one out in the open? Like,
No. He's in a luxury facility, a big building.
Mm.
And
It's like a mall.
how can I? It's like a mall.
The images
mall.
look like
basically,
it's
It's a retail.
So they
Yeah.
drove through the first gate, and then they drove through the store. Like they were driving the car through the
From
mall.
what I can see, it looks to me like they've smashed through. They would have had to have driven up a set of steps that wouldn't be too difficult in a Range Rover, but then they've gone through the main set of doors from memory, then a second set of doors, then probably through at least one other office to get through to another window, to get through into the forecourt, to get through into the showroom.
So will
Mm.
the building replace like the damages done?
I don't know. I mean, I think he's got to leave there now. I don't think he can stay there.
Gee.
Yeah, the building's insurance will probably take care of the other.
Yeah, the builder's
the other
insurance will probably
structures.
take care of that.
But
Wow.
still like a scene out of Grand Theft Auto.
But
Yeah.
it is, yeah. I mean, I've got other pictures that he sent me since, and the mess that has been caused and the damage is phenomenal. Really, it looks like there's been looks like you said, it's like something out of Grand Theft Auto. But the police gave chase, and apparently they were firing fire extinguishers out the window to try and stop the police from chasing them.
Well,
Yeah, it
how's
looked like
that
they were
happen?
squirting something inside
Yeah.
the shop.
Yeah, that was fire extinguishers trying to get rid of DNA, any covering up. And they're very forensically aware, these people. If you look, they're all
Wow.
mask gloved, boiler suits or whatever. So they're very forensically aware these days.
Because this stuff is valuable enough now to be worth like going through all that trouble, putting all that damage on the Range Rover. Was
Look,
it stolen
Well, that
or?
wasn't their Range
Yeah,
Rover.
it
was
would be
probably
stolen. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know what Alfie had in that safe, but you're probably talking £1 million plus.
Oh shit!
So
Yeah.
that's a good day's pay. If someone can get
Wow.
that away.
It's a payload. Unbelievable.
And we're so seemingly so soft with sentencing here. I mean, I was looking at a couple of guys that got done the other day. They were caught in London somewhere, and the sentences were pitiful. You think, is that really how you value our property?
What do they get? Like if you get caught?
If those guys got caught there, I would hazard a guess that the ringleader would probably get 6 years out in free, and the minor players, the drivers, etc., would probably be out in less than 18 months.
Wow.
Jesus.
Slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it is really. Well, because they look at it like this, it's risk versus reward.
Oh yeah.
So if the mandatory sentence for that was 20 years in jail, well, even if they got £1 million between 6 of them, we'll work that out. It's not really a good payday, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I sit in jail for fucking $1.6 million for 3 years.
Okay, Cameron. I mean, I'm sorry. I was paid to mute him when he starts talking about nonsense.
Hey, he has a good point there, though. I mean, would you?
Well, look at the
security
Tinder
prison.
swindler. Look at the Tinder swindler. What did he do? He got 5 months in jail for like living a life of luxury on other people's money.
And rumor has it that some of his watches were fakes. They weren't even real.
Yeah.
watches.
No, they were fakes. Yeah.
Proper fake. Yeah.
The super fake.
Jekylls, as we call them in the UK.
Wow.
The fakes, you call them jackals?
Jekylls. It's Jekyll and Hyde, snide.
Oh.
So, Paul, tell me, where do you think like these watches go? Like, if somebody has to buy these watches,
Well, you know what? Years ago, the answer would probably have been different, but these days the market is so big that there are dirty buyers out there with the money to pay for stolen watches, and with no lost and stolen register as such. The watches are worth more. They're easier to pass on. Where would those watches have gone? Honestly, they'd be tough to move because I know some of the stock that he's got. And when I say they'd be tough to move, they wouldn't be tough to sell, but it'd be hard to keep some of them under the radar.
Mm. There's some like one-off pieces that people would recognize that they're his.
Yeah, he's got gold 5711s there, and you know they're not easy. I mean, they're best part of £250,000 now. You know, they're not. You know, someone just doesn't come up with a Patek 5711R and like, oh, I saved for it. It's not.
Yeah. Would they move it out of the country, take it somewhere? Like,
Depends on the team involved, doesn't it? You know, I mean, they appear to be English, so probably not. Probably not.
There's a private. I was actually kind of curious your thoughts on this, Paul. The private. I know there's a private watch register where you can pay to do searches, but there's not a ton of watches on it. So I know that might be kind of one of the downsides, but I would venture to guess, is that something that dealers are using more and more to have something to try to like check, or before private buyers should be checking before they
100%. I mean, you know, I can't talk about it too much at the moment, Burbinard, but we have got something coming to the watch community soon. Hopefully before the middle of this year, that he's gonna, please God, change the watch world for everyone, for every decent watch owner out there. I've been working with this with my partners in the States now for 6 months, maybe more. So there's something big, there's something very big happening. I just can't say too much at the moment because, you know, I've got other partners and it's not my place to say, but we're going to be, what I will say is this, is that for 3 years now, I've been campaigning for Rolex to help us slow down the rate of watch crime and to try and restrict the value of stolen watches. And they've not helped. And I said that if they won't do it, then we'll have to step in and try and do it on their behalf, as it were. So we've got some big, good things happening. I think it's the biggest thing to hit the watch world, in my opinion, ever, potentially. But we're going to need the support of the community, the same as the community needs the support of the people that are putting the effort in. So I think it's going to work.
100%. Well,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting.
It's cost a lot of money. It's cost a lot of money to do this. A lot of money. It's going to be a very long time before we even scratch the surface at getting our money back. So I consider this to be a service to the community as much as anything. But one day, I'm not going to lie. One day, I think the whole thing will pay for itself and more. But that's not the major motivation. The major motivation is to beat these people that continually latch on to our community and steal from us.
Yeah, it's like I think about the cell phones, how cell phone crime was so prevalent until, like they become disabled and you can't use it. Now I don't know how to do what the answer is, but it definitely has to be something that people haven't thought of before.
That's planned obsolescence with the cell phones.
No, but also like if you steal them, they're disabled. They're worthless. They're not worth it.
It's unfortunate to see people that, and I've known people that have like been in the hobby and then they go through a bad experience where they get robbed and then they're just like, I'm done. Like, they swear off collecting.
I would say that there's nothing that will stop people doing bad things. It doesn't matter what you do. I mean, people have been talking about this latch that you can put on your wrist so that it stops people from stealing it from your wrist. Well, that's all very well, But what happens when you meet the nutcase that ain't going to give up and takes your risk with the watch? So ultimately, I'm not a fan of having something strapped to my body permanently.
Yeah, that makes it even more dangerous because man, there's watches that are there's a watch that I think of like the Tiffany Paddock that's worth like what, $500,000? I mean, someone will cut your arm off with a chainsaw for that.
Yeah, bondage and discipline is imagining like a chastity belt. It's basically like a wristlet that you lock at home, and then
It'll be the next big thing. I'm going to debut it in London. Hey,
sorry
listen,
if I
gentlemen,
spoiled the surprise. What you're coming out with, Paul?
By the way, I watch you as well. I had no idea I was going to get to talk to you tonight. It's a great pleasure.
Thank you.
To meet you in person. And I'm sorry, I'm an old man and I have to get up for my job in the morning. So Evan can choose to take over for me or not, but I'm going to bid you adieu.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you want to stick around for another 15 minutes or give
Evan, you want to stay on? No, he wants to go play video games. So
Aww.
No, seriously, gentlemen, thank you for having us again. It's always a pleasure. I'm a big supporter of the community. Please reach out to me. Anything I can do. And Paul, it was a great honor to talk to you. It really was. I hope we can have a drink in London.
So. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Good night, Sean and Evan.
Keep them off of Grand Theft Auto, though.
Yeah.
Where they learn.
Bourbonhard, are you coming to London?
I might do Vegas in October, but not London.
Not London. To Vegas?
That would be something that. So here's the thing. Here's the problem. I'm married, Paul, and my wife is not keen on this idea of me having international travel with my watch friends. So even when I went to New York to visit timwrite, it was a double date situation.
Very hard.
Get that.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
You need to put your foot down.
Yeah, I know.
Happy wife, happy life.
And say, hey, look, I'm going to hang out with Paul Thorpe, and food better be on the table when I get back from my flight. That's how you do it.
Spirit, I'm gonna go to London, and Archie Luxury is gonna be there. She's like, nope, you're not going. You're not.
Oh my god. Speedy Hernandez, thank you for the $5 super chat. Tim King Ben says you really need to look into moving your watches as you grow on YouTube. Let's start the what's it called? Safety deposit box fund. If you guys want to help me out, help Tim out. It's up to you guys. JDG 516. Also, there was one bank where the authorities thought they were vetting customers properly, and the government basically confiscated the contents of all the safety deposit boxes.
I tell you what, my concern would be for you, Tim, in all seriousness, as far as security is concerned, is that the more well-known you become, you'll obviously have a circle of friends. And
Kelly.
hey, Kelly, how you doing?
Oh, maybe Kelly, maybe you can join us. I'll drop the link.
You just need to be careful about home invasion or burglary, because the more people know that you've got valuable watches in your house, the bigger the risk.
Yeah.
So the general rule of thumb is, for me, I don't keep anything. If someone breaks into my house tonight, they're going to get a Casio. That's it.
So tell me, Paul, where do you keep the watches?
Pardon me?
Yeah, where do you keep the watches?
Safety deposit box.
Safety.
Are you ever scared that like the government's gonna like break into them, or the bank is gonna get it mixed up, or any of that?
Well, look, it goes through your mind, but ultimately they got to be kept somewhere, and it's like they're better off there than they are anywhere near me, because it's just unbearable and unthinkable. So yeah, I don't keep anything around me. I have the odd watch here sometimes overnight, but very rarely, probably once a fortnight, if that.
Yeah,
a fortnight is 2 weeks.
I heard
2
I
weeks.
heard there's like a company in London that does like they'll hold your watches, which is a pretty cool concept. They're also a dealer.
They'll
know
sell
about
your
that.
watches too.
They're gonna wear your watches while
Oh,
while
interesting.
they're
Like for
at
a
it.
fee? Oh, like for a fee? Like instead of
Yeah, they
basically.
charge a fee,
Hmm.
and they hold your watches. I wish they had one in the United States. That would be pretty cool.
I think that's more of a target than a safety deposit box.
Yeah,
But they would have
while rob
insurance.
an individual, rob that place.
A friend of mine is just opening up a store in London, and the security. Have a guess, guys. How much is the security going to cost them?
Is it 24 hours or is it just during business hours?
No, this is like the security, as in like windows, safes.
Oh,
just
Cameras.
premises
That's
security.
expensive.
200 grand.
What
So
dollars?
Like 200,000 pounds, maybe more.
How about £500,000?
Yeah, is he doing? Because I mean, you got if like the glass, like depends on how high you want to go with it, right? Because you got
Well,
the glass, the roll
when you're-
down doors at the, and then if you have display, like there's different ratings of glass, even for like your displays. Is it just
Yeah.
regular glass, or is this glass that is?
No, you have to have a very special type of glass, but it's
Yeah.
not even the glass. I mean, the glass is expensive. I mean, a proper security door that's rated to like up to level 10, level 11 is like probably 20 grand. But then
Wow.
you've got to have a 6-sided vault like a bank.
Yeah, like a
Jeez.
big vault.
Why
6-sided.
six-sided?
Well,
So
they
there's
can't
no-
come underneath it. They can't come on top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's
Six-sided.
built
I
into
thought
the
it's like an
structure. It's
octagon.
like you can't.
where you go inside to fight.
Yeah, it's a steel construction. It's a steel construction that is like probably about 18 inches in thickness.
Yeah.
You know,
Cameron's
because-
Green Oyster Perpetual 31 mil $2. Don't worry, Cam. Nobody wants to steal me. We have some funny viewers.
I'm going to be screwed tomorrow because it's 10 to 5, 4:50 a.m. here in the state, in the UK, and I've been awake since 2 o'clock. So, like, I don't know. I'm going to function tomorrow.
Paul, it's been an honor to have you here, dude. This
Always a
is
pleasure.
incredible. A treat, a surprise for diehard viewers. I mean, it's 12 a.m. here almost for us.
Does your
What a-
does your nephew have a like a website that he's like sells from or anything you can like plug for him?
Yeah, AJ Chrono, is it .co.uk? I think ajchrono.co.uk or .com, one of the two. But obviously, I've known him since he was a baby.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly. And he's a good boy. You know, he came to work for me when he was 16, 17, learned the trade the right way. And as obviously now he's gone on his own and he's a big dealer now. You know, how old is Alf now? He's probably 27, 28. But he's a very, very big dealer now and he has some lovely stuff. But he's a nice man, you know, and he don't deserve this crap.
Yeah. Let him know we send him our condolences though. So
I will do. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on, Tim. I appreciate it as always. Bourbon Hard, nice to see you again, my friend.
yeah, me too.
Paul, anytime.
Thank you, other guys.
And let's work on that
Have a
New
good night,
York
Paul.
second New York trip.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna send you
Oh,
some
you have
details.
to come to Atlanta.
Oh, listen, I'd love. There's so many places that I want to go in the States. A little tip or a little not tip. What's the word? A little hint. I'm going to be back this year, and it won't be that long away either. So, going to be back in the States before too long.
Guys,
I think there's
your
going to be
calendars
at least 2 more trips stateside this year.
Good.
very
Nice.
exciting.
Okay, guys. Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night, Paul.
Have a good night. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wow. And I didn't feel like doing a live stream tonight. Wow. What a see, like that's the crazy thing, right? Sometimes you take a day off and you think like, well, what would have happened on that day? How things would have went. Sometimes you do a show and it's just like it's nothing. It's like a boring show. But then sometimes you do a show and it's like an incredible show.
And to think
Actually,
you could have spent
his
Valentine's Day with a roommate. I mean,
his
No, actually, she
nephew.
went to take a nap. She went to take a nap because she ate the sushi and it knocked her out. So she
food
went to take a
coma.
nap.
Is it food
And she
coma?
just
So
woke up, actually, just
Paul's
now.
nep Paul's nephew has the Green Dial Oyster Perpetual 31 on his website.
Oh yeah, at
Yeah.
DC, I'll be on my 5th owner right now.
Well, it's at AJ's Chrono. So if you check the website, you'll find it there.
Oh, I spent Valentine's with Netflix and the cat. Oh, guys, do you
Damn.
think I should get a cat? That could be ratings gold.
No, it'll get in the way. It'll jump up on
Crap
your
all over the
chair.
place.
Frank filter up in the search bar. Just type AJ Chrono, guys. There you go. AJ Chrono. Check it out. Wow. Air King Ben. LOL. Tim's roommate fell asleep on the Valentine's Day romantic. I mean, she was up. She was up, and then
Tim put something in the sushi, knocked her out, and now he's on YouTube.
Georgia the chef, $2. Tim, great show tonight. Archie, who? No, I referenced that those thieves were like us trying to break into Archie's super chat vault. It was kind of metaphor. Cameron's green OP, $2. It's still on the website because nobody wants it. Oh. Too good, too good. Cats are great. Oh, look at this Evan, and look with his fancy cat. Cats are great. Don't get one for the stream though. Get one if you like them. Oh, getting them for the wrong reasons. I was thinking of cashing in on those cat food super chats.
Are
Yeah,
cats going over retail right now, Tim?
Dude, a friend of mine, he's got a cat that's like $2,000. I told him like, dude, what's wrong with you? You could have at that time when he bought that cat for $2,000. I was telling him like you could have added 4 more and gotten the Milgauss. I would have helped you to get a Milgauss. He had the money. He's like, no, I spent it on the cats. Some people don't want to be helped. Tommy, do you have any
Kelly,
pets?
Kelly,
I've got
let me make this clear to you. If you were my girlfriend, I would buy you a Green
That's
Dial
her
Oyster
husband, by
Perpetual
the way. We're
31.
talking. Kelly's asleep.
Huh?
Didn't you see the message?
I would
That's
get you that Green Dial OP31. I would give it to you because I'm a good person.
he'll appreciate it.
Oh, it's so cool. DCNLV, $2. I would have super chatted more, but I gave everything to the tickers, to the ticker time bomb. What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, you slept whole day. What happened?
You're so tired.
Why are
Every
you
girl
tired?
needs OP31 Green
You
Dial.
wanna go get some chocolate
No,
at the 7-Eleven?
no, my patient's daughter gave me.
Your patient's daughter gave you?
Because my patient was dying.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit.
She said it was a good care.
It's Valentine's Day for 3 more minutes, Tim.
Damn. 3 more minutes. Guys, we're gonna stay here for 4 more minutes. And we're gonna
What are you doing?
Big Meat! Big Meat! Simp!
He's right.
Beta male!
Sip it ain't easy.
Beta male! Joe Kramer, the world famous Joe Kramer. Shitbrick. Oh, thank you. I got the
Give you a hint. Oh, that's a chocolate. I thought.
yeah dark chocolate mint. That's the worst one.
Green. The green. The green OP. is
You
the worst
can
one?
lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drive the water.
Water, drink water.
Drive the water. What the hell was that?
It's
Do you have a stroke mid super chat or comment?
been a long day.
No, that was an actual. That was an. I think that was an actual quote from a show a few weeks ago.
Cam is making a classic mistake of chatting with the, with the chick's picture.
Yeah, you know that cam girls, it's usually a dude, right?
Oh yeah. I literally yesterday I was on the TikTok and I was and
Oh, God.
Oh.
what?
And then here we go.
No, I said I was scrolling through and there was someone taped a video of like a really cute girl walking into the restroom and then he turns the camera and it's men's restroom actually.
Jesus Christ.
Cameron's green OP $2. You can't give me to Kelly. I'm on my way to Russia. Actually, it's too true about too many watches. How long for Coach Catfish Anthony Ferris to be robbed in LA? Well, Anthony said he is like gonna blow a shit ton of money on security. So we'll see. Birmingham, could you ever see yourself in politics running for city council? Well, the way he was able to maneuver between all these live streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already
and
is.
stay away from
Tell him about your
from
campaign,
getting
bro.
what's your campaign slogan?
Wear your watches. no safe queens. That's no. I'm not. I'm not interested. That sounds awful.
Guys, what a great little show we had tonight with a special treat.
Yeah, we got Kelly on here.
Yeah. Kelly,
dude using Kelly's avatar. Maybe
we had the world famous Tommy, the CIA agent. Man, this guy is getting. Man, everyone wants to hire him as their own private detective. How's that hectic business? By the way, Tommy, congratulations on successfully taking down Archie's Instagram account.
Yeah.
That was just a test of your might and power.
Just a flex.
The flex.
I actually looked forward to his pictures, man. I'm sad that happened.
Guys, great show, Birmingham. Thank you for stopping by. You should do this. We should do this more often.
I know.
Cam?
I know.
Fuck you, Cam. No, 2 forms of ID next time, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow to the beat. Let's special, dude. Tomorrow only one show. There's no after show tomorrow. No after show tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
No hard for